In lesson 6.6, we're going to solve percent problems using equations. So what we're doing here is we're writing equations to solve instead of the proportions. So we're not going to use the is over of equals percent over 100 here. It's just another way to find it. You could always use the proportion. That works for everything. But this is just an alternate way to do it. So you can write an equation to solve, and the trick to this is that you want to write your percents as decimals. Okay, so what percent of 25 is 50? Or is 5, rather, sorry. So remember that of means to multiply. So what of is times 25 is, now is means equal in math. Okay, so equals 5. So now what number would I have to multiply by 25 to get 5? Well, it'll have to be small. So I would divide both sides by 25. And 5 over 25 reduces to 1/5, which is 0.2. So 5 is, let's turn that decimal back to a percent. So 1, 2. So 5 is 20% of 25. Okay, so again, what is 20% of 25? So of 25 means times 25. 20%, I want to write my percent as a decimal, so 0.2. So 0.2 times 25, well 25 times 2 is 50, but I have to bring my decimal in one place, so it becomes 5. So 5 is 20% of 25. And then the last way to look at it, 20% of what? 20% is 0.2. Is means equals, so equals 5. I would divide by 0.2. 5 divided by 0.2. I'd have to move my decimal 1, move my decimal 1. This becomes a 50, and 2 goes into 50 25 times. So 20% of 25 is 5. And again, you could get all these answers by using the proportion method. So if you like that method and want to stick with it, go for it. So let's pause the video, fill all that in, and then we'll try some examples using this new equation method. Alright, so in the first example, we're going to find the whole. So in a school election, one candidate received 81 votes. This was 18% of the votes counted. How many votes were counted? So 18% of, which means times, the number of votes is, which means equals 81. Well, 18% is 0.18. So move your decimal point 2 places to the left. Of means times. Number of votes I don't know, so we're going to call it n. Is means equals 81. So I have 0.18 times n equals 81. So to solve this, I would divide both sides by 0.18. Okay, and 0.18, oh, that doesn't look very nice. 0.18 into 81, 1, 2, 1, 2. 18 goes into 81 4 times, which makes 72, which is 9. 18 goes into 90 5 times evenly, but I have an extra 0, so it's 450. So 450 votes were counted. The correct answer is choice C. Okay, so pause the video, fill all that in before moving on. Okay, now what if we just wanted to find the part? What number is 32% of 40? What number? A number. Let's call it, call it n. which I don't know. Is means equal sign. 32% is 0.32. Of means times, and 40. Oops. So just multiply this out. 0.32 times 40. 8, 12, 0, 8, 12, 1. 1, 2 places. 1, 2. Sorry, that's hard to see. So it's 12.8 is my answer. Okay? And again, you would have gotten the same thing if you had done the proportion. So pick a method you like and go with it. Let's move on to the next part. Now we need to find the percent of the 257 sandwiches sold at a delicatessen one day. 45 were turkey. What percent of the sandwiches were turkey? Okay, so we're going to do a little estimate here to check for reasonableness. 45 is really close to 50, and 257 is really close to 250. So about 50 out of 250, again, let's cross off our zeros, so 5 over 25, which is 1/5, which is 0.2 or 20%. So I should be getting an answer close to 20. So now, of the 257 sandwiches, 45 were turkey. So what percent? So 257 times what kind of percent is going to give me 45. So that's just 257p. So again, to undo multiply, we're going to divide both sides by 257, because that was the number touching the p. We use a calculator here, and you get 0.175097, which, to turn that into a percent, 1, 2, would be 17.5. I'm going to round that to 18%. And 18% is really close to our estimate of 20%, so we're okay. Alright, so for the quick check, you're going to take these 3 problems here, and you're going to try to find the missing part. So you're either going to find the missing percent, the missing total, or the missing part. And you can use the equations, or you can use the proportion method from the last section if you'd like to do that too. Okay, so pause the video, try those quick checks, and we'll check your work in class.